In this lesson, we're going to take a look at the process of creating a wish list, which you can do on Amazon.com, as well as the overseas versions of Amazon in local areas like Amazon.co.uk and elsewhere. And this is a really, really useful thing to know how to do and to encourage your friends and family to do, because it makes giving gifts and receiving the gifts that you want much, much easier. And it's a way of telling people what you're looking for while giving them a list to choose from, and you know that you're going to get something that you want, and they'll know that they're going to give you something that you want. And of course, if you share this video, this lesson with others, their friends and families, and encourage them to set up their own wish list, then it makes your life easier as well. So you will of course need an Amazon.com or Amazon.co.uk, etc. account. But once you're signed in, what you want to do is on basically any page on the site, on the top navigation bar, on the right end of that, you will see wish list as a menu item. And if you click that, it will take you to your wish list if you have one, and you also have the option of creating a wish list. Now I'm just going to click the main part of the button that says wish list. And on this account that I'm using for the purpose of this lesson, I don't have a wish list set up. And for most people who are watching this, you probably won't either, so you'll see something very similar to this. And what you just want to do is click create a wish list. And of course, if you have a wish list already, you can just skip that step, and then you'll get to this page or something very similar. It'll say new wish list, and at this point you need to add something. And so what you do, first off, they're going to have some suggestions here that are, depending on how much you've used your Amazon account, they may be fairly random things like this. I never really used this account, so it's just guessing. But it may be, and more likely for most people, it'll be something targeted to your interests and the things that you've looked at before. But what you do is just search for things that you know you're interested in. And I'm just going to add a book just to give it as an example. So I'm going to put in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is one of my favorite books. I already have it, of course, so I don't really need it, but I'm just going to use it as an example. So I've typed it in, done the search, and we see the results. So click any one of the items that you're interested in. Just click the title or the image, and that'll take you to the actual page and listing for that item. And then if you have options like Kindle versus hardcover versus paperback, you want to choose, make sure you're on the right one. And then over on the right hand column underneath the price, you will see add to wish list. And as long as you only have one wish list, just click the main button. You'll get a little pop-up window like this, and it will say one item added to the wish list, whatever it's called. And then it will give you some suggestions of additional items that you might want, and like these other books that are sequels to The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And you'll see add to wish list buttons underneath each of these items. Clicking that, of course, adds it to the wish list as well. And you can click the X in the pop-up window that's sort of over the main window when you're done. And you just repeat the process. So once you have the items that you want in your list, you want to go back to the wish list. Just click that same menu in the top bar, and you will what you should see is a link that says share this list. It's a kind of small link, but it's near the top and in the center. And if you click share this list, it will pop up a little window again, and you just simply put in the email addresses of the people that you want to be able to shop for you, and type in their email addresses. And you can also have the option of importing contacts. I really suggest just typing them in, just for the privacy of, so you're not importing all of your contacts into and giving them to Amazon for no reason. And then you can, once you've typed in the names here, let's say, I'm just going to give examples here, john@aol.com. I don't know any such person, but I'm just going to use it as an example, comma, and as soon as I typed a comma, you see how it has a box around it and a little X, so I can remove that one if I didn't actually mean to put that in there. And Mary at gmail.com or what have you, comma between each one, add as many as you want, and then in the second box you can type in whatever you want. Here's a few ideas, and then if you want to be able to get a copy of it, you can keep that box checked and then hit send, and it will send from their system straight to the recipients, and then they'll have a link that they can click. It'll take them right back to the page, and then they can buy things for you, and they can be confident that they're gonna give you something that you want. You can be certain that you'll receive something that you want, and the whole system, as long as they buy it off of the wish list and they buy it through Amazon, the whole system's very clever, because what it does is it removes the items, or hides them anyway, from your list once they're purchased, so nobody buys you a duplicate gift. So that's basically it. I highly recommend using this, and I've used it for years and years. For I don't remember quite how long they've offered it, but I think it's been in at least 12, 13, 14 years that they've had this, and most people don't know about it. Most people don't use it. And if you know somebody who's tricky to buy gifts for, and I'm thinking of my dad, for example, who's basically impossible to buy gifts for, if you can get somebody to sign up and use this, they'll make your life easier, and you're making their lives easier by using it yourself. Hope that makes sense and helps.